There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Recompense Gaming. I'm Patrick. We're going to be using avatars tonight because I am sick. Joseph is sick. The toaster's sick.
Hello. Yep.
And welcome, Joseph.
Hi, Patrick. Thanks for having me on tonight.
It's the last time we've done an X-Wing stream.
It's been, not Plotech?
Yeah, not Plotac, like regular
Oh,
old-fashioned X-Wing.
God. 2020. I think it was at the start of 2024 when we did the what do we want to see for X-Wing this year? And I was all optimistic, and then they announced that we're killing the game this year. And I said, well, there goes the game.
Oh, man,
Oh.
that was such a good time.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think that was the last time I was on a stream with you, I think.
Yeah, exactly. That is actually quite accurate because that we wanted we put out a bunch of stuff like AMG needs to do this, 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 and this, and then they were like not doing any of those things, and then they just stopped supporting me.
Yes, they said, "That sounds hard. What if we just this is a complete game now. Put this on the shelf with Armada."
Oh my god! And
Oi.
and what did Armada and X-Wing say? No,
No.
which is why we're here. Because
Yes.
XWA, the X-Wing Alliance, has dropped crazy amount of changes to the game. And you were just looking over the stuff like right before the stream, and you were like, "Oh,
Yeah. I
ah,
was gonna say they have, taken a game that I was very sad about sort of being like a dead or complete game. I just did air quotes, no one can see me doing air quotes. Um, but they breathed new life into it. So I would just like to first, say my profound gratitude to the XWA team and all their playtesters, 'cause it's really heartening when you see a game that's been sort of like you thought, okay, well, this is sort of a done thing, but then they say, nah, not so fast, and like you watch a community who's passionate about something keep it going for many years to come. So just wanted to say thank you guys, and I'm very excited to be talking about X-wing again. I'm very excited to actually get back into the cockpit of a starfighter and fly around again.
yeah." There are
It's gonna
so
be so
many.
much fun.
Even people in our community are like, "Oh, I want to get to the store and play again," because the changes and the new system, and even old ships returning, and different loadouts and stuff like that, restrictions, which we are going to cover it all. Hopefully, within an hour, we're going to see. Um, but 50-point system. That's like the huge first part is 50 points instead of 20. And of course, everyone's like, why not 100? Why not 200? Well, hell, why not 5? And Paul Heaver says it best, which is 50 was picked because it was the highest number I felt. Well, the group felt, not just Paul. Comfortable that players wouldn't make major math errors with it, and gave the points team more room to depower the game a bit. And I wholeheartedly agree, not just because I'm a fanboy, but because, as we said, as soon as AMG came out with the 20-point system, how the hell are you going to manage these ships with these upgrades so that it's balanced? You're basically either going to create something that's too many points and a lot of uploads or loadout points, or it's going to be worth absolute nothing with no loadout. So
Well,
I don't know.
and
What's your
even
initial thought on 50?
Well, and I like 50 because like it gives them some room to sort of balance pilots within the same space. Because like back at 20, is this is something sort of you found on Marvel, like in Marvel Crisis Protocol as well? You'd have like a bunch of like three threat pilots or three threat heroes, and not every three threat pilot or hero be created equally. So there were some pilots that felt more like a three, or some heroes that felt like a three, then others would be more like a 3.5. And it was like, man, I really wish that like this game was out of 40, so you could have like your threes could be sixes, your 3.5s could be sevens, and then your fours could be eights. Because it felt like there were some pilots that are just a little bit better, so you'd see those pilots more than the other ones. I like 50, it gives you an extra level of granularity, so you can actually sort of balance them out a bit more. Um, and I'm excited to see it go. I was taking a look and seeing sort of like what each faction sort of minimum thing, because like I remember in the old 20 point system, whenever there was a 2 point ship, that was sort of like the automatic take for your faction. It looks like short of, unless you're playing separatists or like a tie swarm over an empire, the minimum for most ships is gonna be 7 points, which is still like a significant number of points. Like that doesn't feel like super like auto include territory. Granted, I've only built a couple lists. I'm a little happy my A-wings are back to being able to be the menace they once were.
Yes.
But no, I on its face, I really like the 50 points because I think that gives the balanced team more room to sort of play with it. And also, I'm really glad they kept the ship points cost one thing, loadout value costs another thing.
Really?
That's yeah, that's honestly that's something I kind of wish that Warhammer would do. Um,
Yeah, actually, that's not a
Looking at
bad
it,
idea.
because yeah, if I mean I don't want to like take us off of X-Wing again, but I'm like just a brief tangent. It's like in 10th edition, all war gear is free, so it's like, oh, of course I'm just going to give every gear the best, or every squad the best gear they can possibly have. But like in past editions, it's like, oh, a squad of guardsmen costs 50 points, but a plasma gun in that squad costs 30 points. It's never going to be worth it to take the plasma gun because that plasma gun costs almost as much as the squad does. So I think like if you gave squads like a certain number of loadout points so they could take some fun gear on top, but I think that would also be a bit of a departure, and I can already hear the screaming. So
Well,
I really like that X-Wing has that, and I'm glad they decided to keep it.
I was gonna say, like, with what's like the ultimate end all be all creature is a horseshoe crab? Is like the
I
peak of
think
evolution, everything evolves into the horseshoe crab?
I think it's just the regular crab.
Just the regular crab. So I think that's
Yeah,
where most tabletop games are going. They're just going to evolve and they're going to look so similar that eventually it's just going to be crab. So,
yeah.
like, with whatchamacallit, Marvel Crisis Protocol, it had the cards with all the abilities, and then there's alternate cards that you can get, kind of like X-Wing. And I know people are going to say,
Oh,
well, yeah, that's what AMG did. It's like, but no, but if you look at Warhammer 40K, they're moving to a card system which you can change out some upgrades, kind of like X-Wing, but the overall ability of the character stays the same. You can just equip it with different stuff, and then I could keep going, but it looks like all games are just trying to evolve into the crab because it's
into crab.
yeah, they're all trying, they've all figured out the best system for balancing, continually growing the game, and also, making it simple for people to play and enjoy. So I,
So, but what I really also appreciate about the the XWA rules is that these are online for free. I don't have to
oh
go buy a $60 book.
yeah, which if you guys don't already know, xwing.life, you can go to that website and check out all these changes and resources and updates. Which the next big update, that's a good segue. Thanks, Pat.
Yeah,
High five.
I
Um,
was gonna say, are we gonna talk about the restricted list?
no, next we're going into
Oh,
scoring.
oh yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Sorry, I was
second,
just very excited.
no, 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 this is absolutely amazing because scoring is still a huge part of the game, but I think they said it's around like the 40% mark because
Hmm,
it's not going like so of course you're playing to whoever gets to 50 first, but you're going to start counting, half and destroyed points on top of the scenarios, which we already did before, but it's going to be in a 50-point system. But it is no longer to where, hey Joseph, how many scenarios did you have? Oh, you have 5 scenarios captured because you have your A-wings. Oh, well, that's 5 points to you every turn, and I have no way of keeping up. And if I don't do anything in 4 turns, you're just going to win. This is now to where, how many do you have? You have 5. Okay, well, or you have 4. I have 1. You score 4 points, I score 2. And if it's, how many
okay,
do you have? You have 2, I have 2. We both score 2. And if
all
I
right.
don't have any and you have at least 1, then you score 4. So it's either 4, 2, or 0 now for scoring objectives.
Heck yeah. No, so okay, so I like that 2, 4, and 0 system. question though, is the game still played to 20 or is it played to 50?
Oh, that's what I was just saying. So it's now played to 50.
Okay, because I was like, in theory, I really like this, but there are some ships that are worth 20 points right off the rip. So if we're still playing to 20, I'm just gonna sink one of your 20-point ships and game over. No, um,
Yeah,
no, I
so
really like that.
we're playing to 50. You can of course score more than 50. But it's going to be to the point to where which I think is in the next frame, which I can pull up. Let me make sure. Is this to where no, it might not be in here, but I'll go over it anyways. But as they're saying, under the 2 to 4 system, yeah, 3 and 4 ships were common. They tested for 2 through 5 or 3 and 5. Those lists almost disappeared entirely. So I think they said the average now is about 4.5 ships. So you might see 4 ships, you might see 5 and 6 ship lists.
Yeah.
But they said that overall, about 35% of the game was yeah, objectives,
Okay.
and it averages about 7 rounds, which is pretty good. That doesn't mean that your game's going to go 7. Sometimes it'll go 8. Sometimes it'll go 6 or 9 and 5, and vice versa. Um,
No.
but what was your thing that you just asked the question, and I was like, yeah, no, maybe it's in here. Oh no, half
Oh,
points.
yeah.
So all scenarios are now
Hmm.
including half points on ships.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's
So
pretty
it's
good.
yeah, it's no longer gate kept because of this scenario, that scenario. All scenarios are now half points. And then, of course, if you destroy a ship, you get the full points. It's still rounding down at half, which is why now scenarios are only 35 points in the game. And I think that's going to help tremendously.
Mm.
I would even like to see some people try to make lists that ignore objectives completely.
I mean, you remember my lawnmower list? That didn't really play objectives. That just killed things.
Exactly. And so I'm thinking like that might be something that that someone might go after. I'd love to try it. I did in the previous 20-point edition. It wasn't successful, but goddamn was it fun.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked my lawnmower in the other edition. I don't think that lawnmower works anymore. I'm actually trying to point it out right now. I don't
I was
think I'm
gonna
going to be
say
able to hit.
they said they wanted to balance it with generics again. Thank God. That was one of my questions to them if I, was there when it was live was why do you trying to resurrect generics rather than kill them like AMG? But I never got my chance to ask it.
I can get 3 X-wing. I can get 4 X-wings into a list. I can't do four and then also have a transport pod, which honestly probably makes that list more balanced. They also took a lot of Temin's loadout points away, so I can't just have Temin doing and I can't have Temin just and both Nian and Elo. I can only have either Nian or Elo, and I'll have to have someone else.
Yeah, and also you can take 5 blue squadrons. They've tested that. It didn't break the
Okay.
game, but again, I think that would just be fun for a new player to take 5 T-70s and have at it. You have room for a droid or maybe a tech like Ferrosphere paint. Just take 5 blues and Ferrosphere paint. You're good to go.
Honest, that sounds like a good time. You could
It sounds like an
throw
annoying time.
you could throw Jakris Tubbs and Lieutenant Baston in there too, just because they're also 10 points. Just so you have a couple named pilots if you really wanted them in there.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, I
But
don't know.
since we are list building, they're going to introduce a
Yes.
new keyword, and this is my new favorite word ever.
Oh, what's the new keyword?
Restricted.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
So now you can talk restricted.
Oh, yeah. So, no more spamming certain things, which is really nice.
Oh, I love this so much.
This is really fun. So there are certain either pilots or
Well, it was someone from the developers team that like they saw on Reddit someone say, "Well, why don't they just restrict the list?" I swear it was me. I'm taking credit. I don't care what anybody says. It was me, and I posted that everywhere. Why don't they just restrict generics? Why don't they just? So I'm taking full credit for restricted.
Yep. And so you've got some cards that are restricted. So there's now like a certain number of things allowed.
Yeah, do
So
barrage rockets,
Yeah, juke.
large base
The
generics.
your contracted scouts, the jump master
Yes.
continuing to pay for the sins of the past.
Well, so that's what they found. They said it. They're like, we play tested the ship alone, and it sucks. But all of a sudden, if you had room to fit a whole like 4 or 5 of them, then all of a sudden the
Yeah.
ship is great. Which Chuck, I think that was Chuck. It was at our conmen tournament at that hotel, to where someone brought like 5 contracted scouts, and it just absolutely killed everybody because of the fact that it's 5 freaking Falcons.
Well,
And so if you can take 5 of them, yeah, you're going to win. And who cares if they're
yeah.
2 attack apiece? They're still, what is it, like 14 health?
Yeah, I remember playing against 4 freighter captains, and that was unpleasant.
Hmm.
Um, I think my A-wings still managed to beat them, but only just because the A-wings are really annoying and
Exactly.
consistent.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, it even says upgrades on standard loadouts cards do not count towards those limits. So hey, that's pretty
oh,
cool.
you can only have sense once in a list, which is nice. Proximity mines are limited. Trajectory simulator, thank you, is limited. Good.
Tragedy
Um,
simulator.
yep. Okay, swarm tactics took a hit. Snapshot. Okay, good. The snapshot swarm.
Yes. It,
These were things that, like, you didn't see them a lot, but when you did, it was kind of like, this is just kind of unpleasant to fight
yeah,
against.
it was so irritating because like you fly one ship into the booby trap, and then all of a sudden it 6 snapshots go off, and you're like, oh, okay, I lost before I got to play. That's fun.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And so this is my other favorite thing. This is just like a little nice touch. It's slot management. So every ship has been reviewed and standardized where possible. That's my favorite. So if you're flying a T-70, almost all the T-70s have the same slots, minus, of course, sometimes elites, because not everybody's an elite, or maybe an extra mod slot on another ship because it's a special ship, like uh, Poe
Mhm.
Damerons or something like that. And same thing with A-wings and your TIE fighters. Like nothing is just going to have a random loadout that doesn't make any sense. And you're like, that's really cool, but I really wish this was a standard loadout for all the TIE fighters, which is what AMG did. They just screwed up so many
Now,
ships and pilots.
now this is where I do have a complaint I would like to lodge, which is, why is there no gunner slot on the Rebel Y-wing?
We've been over this 1,000 times. I think that was actually in the previous slide too. Let me look
There's a
this up.
gunner slot on the Republic Y-wing.
No, okay, so
Yo, there
it's
is. I'm looking at
no,
it
it
right
says
now.
this update will include a chassis split between wartime and peacetime resistant Y wings, wartime Y
That's
wings.
Resistance Y-wings.
Oh, okay,
I'm
well,
talking about I'm talking
configuration
about
baked
Rebel
in.
Y-wings, sir.
All
Sorry.
right. Well, they shouldn't have a gunner slot because they didn't have enough people to fill the gunner slot.
But but I disagree. Okay. We're just gonna disagree on that one.
I disagree with.
That's fair. I feel we're just gonna disagree on that. I'm just like, man.
Oh, but yeah, I'm loving the restricted and the 50 points. It's just so goddamn good.
Yep.
Which again, I'll be in a tournament this Saturday. I'll let you know how it
Oh
goes.
yeah, have fun. Good luck with it. I saw the tournament actually got a full 16 people. I was gonna sign up for it last week, and then I saw that there was a waiting list, and I was like, dang, okay.
Yeah, they said that there wasn't a waiting list, but there definitely is one.
Well, there is one now, you know. Yeah, I was like, wow.
Exactly. Can I do well, I'll do this in a minute, but first, because I did, of course, write show notes. So we've already gone over why it's 15 points, easier math. They didn't want to do
Yep.
200. Uh, and it's, basically a pros and cons list when it comes to, the 50 points versus 200. Each one has its own pros and cons, and neither of them win out hand over fist. It's so close that all of a sudden 50 points makes a little bit more sense. If you're doing the loadout, if all of a sudden they went straight points, then yeah, they'd have to move to 200. But then it's calculating each ship cost and yada, even though we did it before. But hey, what are we going to do? The what they said, which is very nice, there's going to be potentially 3 changes per year. There's going to be
Okay.
no knee-jerk reactions like, you know, FFG. AMG didn't really have knee-jerk reactions. They just randomly changed things, sometimes for the better, a lot of the times for the worse. So
Mhm.
they are going to keep an eye on the meta. They did say that there are like 146 playtesters, and then of course, when all this drops in the public domain, there's going to be playtesters submitting paperwork through their uh, not a forum, through the form online, and so that's going to feed data into what might need to be changed, might need to be adjusted, but uh, they're not all of a sudden just going to say, this one tournament here that needs to be nerfed. Like that's not going to happen, regardless of how many people complain. Like back in the old days, which I don't know
Well,
if
I
you
think it
remember
would
all that.
well, I think it depends on, like, if it's one thing that wins a tournament in the hands of a really skilled player versus if it's like, this is just a thing that's kinda like, "Oh, we made an oops, and this thing is, like, mathematically shouldn't exist in the game, and now that made it through." I think there's 2 different kinds of, "Oh, this thing is, like, wrecking things at tournaments." That being said, I'm now a fully retired tournament player, and I'm just here to fly casually, so,
There you go.
uh, I just wanna put my X-wings and A-wings on the table and have a good time, so
Yeah.
that's what
Oh my
I'm here
God,
to
so
do.
am I. I'm absolutely all about now play. Like I've never been so excited to play since 2.0 came out. I will say.
Yeah, yeah.
Here, let me grab here and I can resize it. No, 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 no. There we go. And then we'll crop it. But I mean, while I'm doing that, we can still talk about some of the other stuff, which is um oh, I don't even know why. While listening to the interview, it really came to my attention. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, and this is a very, why is it that these professionally paid people were not good at balancing the game? Yet these people who are not being paid are far superior at managing the game.
I mean, I have 2 answers. I have the charitable answer, and I have the cynical answer.
Oh, okay. Well, how
Um,
about we both give our charitable and then cynical?
okay. I'm gonna give the charitable an do you wanna give your charitable answer first, or do you want my charitable answer first?
You know what? I'll give my charitable answer first.
Okay.
Like, why not? Because basically, while I was listening to XWA development team, you could hear, oh, I'm sorry, we're supposed to be talking about the charitable to AMG first, I guess.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, well, the charitable answer first. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, okay. So they were terribly understaffed, and as much as they were passionate about X-Wing, I don't think they could give it their full attention that they wanted. And I mean, that's what we got. There was nothing that they could do in the long run. Eventually, they ran out of, the monies and all that other stuff. So I will say that the reason XWA, like listening to them talk, is how I wished AMG talked about it. Honestly, they super knowledgeable. They had data to back it up, and they didn't just give haphazard or what haphazard answers or haphazard, whatever the
Yeah,
saying
haphazard.
is. It was just absolutely phenomenal. I can't get over how well it was.
No, my charitable answer was gonna be very similar to yours. I think AMG suddenly just had this game sort of dropped on them. And I think, if I'm being charitable, they did their best to try to continue development on that game. I think they had some cool ideas. Like, I mean, I never had a chance to play the Battle of Yavin, but I really liked the battle over Coruscant, or Siege of Coruscant. I thought that was a lot of fun. Um, they had some cool ships. But I think when you have people who were like a relatively new studio who were more engaged with making sort of miniature wargaming with the painting and the hobbying and that kind of side versus people who have been playing this game for years, there's knowledge and there's stuff there, which is where I'm going to shift a little bit into my uncharitable answer, uh, which is very similar to my charitable answer, just looking at it slightly more cynically. Um, and I'm not trying to knock AMG because I know, like, I listen to how they talk about like Shatterpoint, and I listen to how they talk about Crisis Protocol, and I know they have passion for the games they make. And I really feel for them when they sort of had the A or the FFG games just sort of like dropped on them. But I think they had to try to balance between the games that they really like were passionate about and were really like happy to work on versus the games that they were now told, hey, you have to make content for this. Versus now that we have the community who's been playing this game for what the first X-Wing, when did X-Wing come out? 2012,
Yeah,
2014. It's been out for well over a decade at this point.
long time.
And like there are some people who've been playing since that first like Luke Skywalker versus TIE Fighters core set came out, you know? And so you have people who have had literal decades of experience in this game system playing it through 1.0, uh 2.0, 2.5, and now into, is it fair to call this 3.0?
I would, yeah,
Or
I would say.
is that gonna freak people out if I call it 3.0?
No, no, most no, absolutely not. Like you say 3.0, people are like, oh, finally.
Yeah, I think now going into this either third edition or this actually community edition, I think you have people who who have a deep understanding of the game at the helm now, which is something we didn't have at AMG, and that's not necessarily AMG's fault. They weren't the guys who initially created the game. They
No.
just sort of were handed the game halfway in, and maybe they didn't have the resources. Maybe they didn't care. And I'm really trying not to badmouth them because it's not a good look for us. But also like, but but that being said, what they did to Exum was not a good look for them either. So
No,
so
that
what's your
like
cynical answer?
oh god. Basically, and this is kind of like the whole like reason we're adding this part is because I'm listening to, and if you haven't heard it, you can go watch Nickel City X-Wing. They did a great interview. And I might even listen back to the interview of the Minox when they interviewed AMG. But I remember we did a review or reaction to AMG's interview by Fly Better, and I'm just like, these guys don't have a clue. I don't have any confidence in any of their decision making because it's kind of like if all of a sudden we were contacted by Games Workshop and they're like, "Hey, we need you to make 11th edition or 12th edition." Yeah, would we love it? Absolutely. Would be excited and looking forward to making changes? Absolutely. Would anyone like our vision of Warhammer? Probably freaking not. So that's like when it comes to the XWA, I have full confidence. And it's because I even wrote, why is it that the passionate players sound more professional and clairvoyant than professionally paid employees who make the game? And I know it's the answer in it in itself is the passion. They're so freaking passionate about X-Wing that they care. And it's not just we now have access to it. We're going to make the game how we would see it instead of taking a look at the community and saying, yeah, we should really consider the community's point of view on how we're going to shape the game. And now I know that these guys who have been playing, like Paul Heaver, 3 world time champion for the first 3 years of X-Wing, I think he has a good solid idea of where AMG went somewhat right and can actually correct it. And my favorite part is like the knee-jerk reactions or 3 changes per year. They didn't want to all of a sudden take over as soon as AMG said we're done and go, okay, these are the points, this is how we're going to do it, the scenarios are gone, this is delete. No, they're going to slowly make changes to the game uh, to not only appease the players that only know this new system, but then also try to bring back people who hated the new system and make it enjoyable again. Bring back those moments that everyone freaking talks about anytime someone mentions first edition or anything from the good old days, basically.
Oh yeah. I
That's
mean,
basically
and
it.
and the fact that they've sort of they've been making gradual changes, but this was sort of like the first like monumentous change I feel like they've really made to it. And what it was like May of 2024 when AMG announced that X-Wing was going to be sort of like a completed game, right?
Yeah,
Was that May
it's
or June?
it's
So it's been like a year and a half since X-Wing was put on the shelf by the official, in quotes again, developer. So
yeah.
I
Well,
think they've
if you
waited a
look at the roadmap
respectful,
online,
yeah, they've
you know what's coming.
yeah, they've waited a respectful amount of time before sort of like starting to push a lot of this content. So I mean, more power to them. Again, like you said, like having a three-time world champion helming the thing, that would be like if tomorrow they announced, oh, we're making a new edition of chess. It's like, well, who would you pick to be on that rules development board? It's like, well, I'd want Magnus Carlsen there,
Yeah,
you know?
Bobby Fischer still
So,
alive?
nah, Fisher, unfortunately, not Fisher's been dead, but I'd want Carlsen there.
Yeah,
So,
like
I
something.
think, yeah, getting the people who know the game super well is a great idea.
Oh,
So,
I
yeah.
thoroughly enjoyed it. The changes, but what was the last point, if there even was one? It was, so things that they've technically, and I'll quotations, unlocked. And I only wrote like a few things, but barrage rockets. They were actually looking at that, and I believe they restricted barrage rockets. I'm probably wrong.
Uh, no, you're right. The barrage rockets 2 ships per list.
Good. And
Um,
that's basically in almost every game that we've played, all the way 40K, Marvel Crisis Protocol, World of Tanks, Dungeons and Dragons, Street Fighter, the miniatures game, Blood Bowl, BattleTech. eh, One of the biggest changes you can make to a game is give something more attacks, which Barrage Rocket
yep.
does so easily. Make a 2 ship a 3 attack. Um, so them limiting that, but also unlocking it, especially for K-Wings, hard out to Robert. They can now take barrage rockets again. So just simple stuff like that. Allowing ships to take upgrades that should be able to take said upgrade, but finding out a way to do it so that it doesn't absolutely make it not fun to have to play against.
Yeah. And but also, I mean, I think there are still some factions that don't even have a ship that can take barrage rockets, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
The
Like, does the Republic have anything that can
I was
take a barrage
literally
rocket on
about to
it?
say Republic. Maybe?
Let me go
everything on
look.
their everything in their goddamn army has like superpowers. It's all Jedi.
There's no three aside from the arc. There's no 3 attack dice ship.
Well, no, but the Jedi have a 3 attack die ship. Um, as long as you give it the Ada or whatever that thing is.
Oh,
Um,
the Delta 7B.
the Delta
Yeah.
7B, I believe the Ada gets an extra attack die if it's in the bullseye, or you
Yeah,
can do
but
the
Patrick, you got
calibrated
to remember,
lasers.
it's me flying it. Oh, sorry, no, sorry. The gunship, the gunship can take barrage rockets. I'm sorry, I forgot about
Okay,
the lat.
look at that. We fixed the meta,
We did it.
and
We
we didn't
solved
even do
X-wing.
anything. Yeah.
Oh, and the Blue Squadron Protector, just the Blue Squadron Protector, torrent. He can take
Oh,
barrage rockets too.
got it. The other
I
thing
think.
is, well, go ahead.
I'll say unless they cost more than 12 loadout points.
Yeah. So the other thing that they unlocked was multiple ships. And I don't mean like flying multiple ships. I mean all of the generics are like playable. They were before. Now I think they are because they've restricted some of them. They've brought back some ships that really, you know, not a lot of players own. Um, but I mean, I know there are groups out there trying to fix that, and being able to points adjust so that you can fit said ship in your list and build around it, because of course from the AMG days, I know we keep going back to this, but there were moments to where if you tried to build a 20-point list with a certain ship or pilot, it was not doable. It was really irritating. You would get to 18 points and the whole faction doesn't have a 2-point list or a 2-point ship, or you get to 19 and you're like, there's nothing, I can't even adjust the pilots in the ships that I took to make this up to 20 points. It was so
Yep.
flipping irritating.
And then you get penalized for it because you're just giving an opponent a point.
Yes.
Which I like that's you don't get hit for that anymore unless they table you.
Yeah. Oh god, it was so frustrating. And then the other thing was with the 50 points is now you're gaining access to more pilot choices that you didn't have earlier because again, like it was, all right, do I take said pilot that is worth 4 points and it has a great ability, has lots of loadout, or do I take this other 4 point generic that is literally worth not anything near the named pilot because you can't make this pilot 3 because then you'll spam it again. So I could go
Yep.
for days on how angry I am at
Yep.
the
Like I said, there were some ships that should have been 3.5 points and some ships that should have been 4 points. um
oh god.
uh but that's why I like having the extra granularity at 50 points.
Yeah, I 100% love that they have done it this way to where the options are so much more vast than they were before. And that was one of their main primary goals. It wasn't just, well, I guess I'll take Vader in the X1. No, it's now you can choose, to fly maybe a swarm of X1s, or you can now go through some of the other pilots because you have other options with more pilots in other ships so that all right, well, if I take Vader I can take the 3 of these ships and I'm good to go. No, it's not. Now here, take 6 and you have some ace
Um,
pilots or some I4s that can really shake things loose. It's just like you're going to see so much more variance on the table rather than this ship and this ship.
I mean, I don't know, Patrick. If Advanced Vader still just says, "I pick up the dice and I put down hit crit," you're still gonna see him a lot. He's a monster.
Well, yeah, people are going to try to take him, but if meta shakes out differently, then it might be to where people see it and go, I can see why people take him, but this is such a better option for the points.
Man, I hope.
Speaking of
I'll tell.
points,
As an A-wing pilot, I'm real tired of seeing Darth Vader.
yeah, exactly. Like everyone loves Darth Vader, but I mean, I'd like to see some of the other pilots. I'd like to see a swarm of X1s rather than just Vader. But that was the problem. It's what other ship do you take? Because for the points, what could you
Vader and a
fit
tie
with something else?
tie defender Vader? No, don't do that.
Well, yeah, but that's like if I want to take, Juno Eclipse. All right, well, what's the points difference back then? Which I don't know what they are now because the points have changed, but I'm sure I could go into the Wayback Machine. And like
Yeah,
Vader was probably 6, Juno was 4. And it's like, eh, for two
yeah, for
points.
that. Yeah, which for the cost of an Academy tie pilot, yeah, no, of course.
Oh, yeah, then it's like, well, for 2 points, why would I take Juno? Now, while I
Yeah,
look at Juno's 11, Darth Vader anywhere from 15 to 17, and it's like, but Juno has
see,
11 upgrade points. Darth Vader has only 7 upgrade points. I can take the Battle of Yavin or the SSP for 17. That's a difference of freaking 6 points. Okay.
yeah, that's like a whole ship.
Yeah. Now I can probably take Juno and drop in another ship for 6 points, which could be the difference between facing against a 4 point and a 6 point, or a 4 ship list and a 6 ship list. And
Mm.
in the end, I might go for a little more objectives, and then I can also whittle down some of your lower ships that aren't Vader. And can Vader take out? Of course, Vader can take out 6 ships, but can Vader take out 6 ships before I get to 50? Is the question.
I don't
Oh,
know, man. If I'm flying him, probably not. If someone better than me's flying him, probably. Also,
exactly.
if Father Christmas is listening, I would really love an Initiative 6 Resistance A-Wing pilot with 7 loadout points. Please. Okay, thanks.
I don't think that's legal.
I just it doesn't matter what their pilot ability is. Just an initiative 6 resistance A-wing would be beautiful.
Exactly. Oh, but speaking of points, I mean, we're not going to cover all of these
Well,
'cause
Patrick, we're an X-Wing podcast. We're obligated to read them cards.
yeah, read them one by one. But like, so just to give people examples, but like the B wings, it's anywhere from 12 to looks like 16 points. So you're
10
talking,
to 16.
oh, there's a 10. Oh
I
my
think
God, there's a tenner.
Netrum Pollard
Yeah. Oh my God, I
or the
forgot
Blue
about that.
Squadron pilot. Yeah.
All right, so 10 to 16 points. So that could account for one fifth or possibly uh not quarter, maybe quarter of your list. We'll just say quarter because it's easier. Americans can't do metrics or what is it? They can't do quarters and halves or thirds. If you don't believe me, go look up the uh what is it? The third pounder from McDonald's that failed miserably because Americans thought the quarter
Yeah,
pounder was bigger.
yeah, 12 and a half would be a quarter of your list. So anything 13 points or so would be a quarter of the list.
Yep. So your ARC 170s, that's about the same. Their upgrade bar, I don't know if it's changed drastically, but that's the other thing. It's you're now going to have to go over each document and look at everything to see what has changed because upgrade bars have changed, loadout points have changed a lot, and also, of course, costs have gone up significantly because of the 50 points. But I mean, look at loadout and then look at your upgrade bars because things have been changed.
Dash Rendar died for our sins. He's up at 20 points.
Well, which Dash Rendar now?
There's three Dash Rendars. One's 17, one's 19, and
Hold
one's
on, where's
20.
this Dash Rendar? Are they
YT
all at the bottom?
2400. They're all at the bottom.
There we go. So there's Dash Rendar in it for himself. That's the standard loadout. He's at 17. That's I mean, well see now I'm
Oh,
gonna look up
Hans,
that because I can't remember what the heck upgrades he has on him.
everything? No, I don't remember. And one of them can't take the title, which just seems like a bad decision if you're flying Dash Rendar.
Is it
How much is TIE Defender Vader?
oh he's like
Okay, he's
yeah, he's
21. He costs more than a Millennium Falcon. Okay, I feel
yeah.
okay now.
Yeah, so Dash Rendar has the Outrider title. Uh And yeah, while you perform an attack that's obstructed, change defender's evade to a focus. Seeker missiles, which are really good for the ship. Mercenary, after another friendly ship is destroyed at 0 to 2. Before it's removed, transfer one of its green tokens to yourself. And then Lebo, after you repair a damage card, you may perform an action on your action bar. And then Dash's ability is after you gain a red token as a result of moving or overlapping an obstacle, you may transfer that red token to a friendly ship at range 0 to 1. Eh. Like I can understand why he's 17 points. Um, and then there's
So
Dash.
why 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 is Hotshot Mercenary cost 20 points but can't take the title?
So that's I don't see that in Yasby.
Okay, we got
So
a ghost ship on our hands then.
yeah, that might be a ship that's coming out. Um, where is the YT-24? That's the other thing. YT. There it is. I don't know. Yasby's very funny. It doesn't always show you the lists. Yeah, so I think that's another dash that's going to be coming out. So that's something to actually be rather excited for because it might not need the title. It might have something else because it looks like it has the same amount of upgrades. Yeah, I don't understand why it's cost 20, loadout 20, but doesn't have the title. I don't know. That's interesting. I don't actually know what that is. Yeah, and there's also 3 Lebos. Hey, listen, guys, I've been out of the game for so long. I don't know what any of these mean. Um, oh, so technically, the new 2 point ship is now a 6 point ship, which basically you've got Bandit Squadron. Um, I don't think there's anything lower than 6 points, if I'm not mistaken. Like that is the bare minimum you can get.
Academy Squadron pilots,
4? What are
or
they?
5.
Okay, so 5 is the lowest.
That
You
I
can't.
unless you have the stupid little scum ship that's also a bomb.
The autopilot drone is 3 points. Thank
That's
you.
3 points, yeah.
Thank you. That should
Also,
not
you
have
know
been
what's
what?
Patrick, you know what's funny? Do you wanna guess which costs more, Defender Vader or Rear Admiral Shiranu?
Oh, it should be Defender Vader.
It's Defender Vader. He costs 2 more points than Rack.
Yes, because like again, he's shouldn't be competitive. It's a flavor ship, and the fact
Yep.
that that thing is just 4 auto hits every turn is annoying.
Also, I found where my Y-wing gunner slot went from the Rebel Y-wing. It's on the Decimator. It has 2 gunner
Yes.
slots.
Yeah, there you go. So again, you're gonna see things like I'll even go to the K wings, if I know where they are. Mine Rebel still.
BTL 40 something
Oh, so
K-wing.
they're up at the
BTL,
top, or should be.
yeah, BTL S8. Sorry, BTL. It's K-wing.
Five B K wings. So all of them have double bombs, double missiles, torp slot, modification so they can take advanced slam. God damn it! They have a gunner slot and a crew slot, and only Miranda has an elite talent slot. They don't have a lot of loadout, and that is for good reason. Um, but yeah,
And
I already told Robert, barrage rockets, a nice little bomb, and if you really want to cut it down, you can still take a bomb, I think, for 3 points, and then take advanced slam. That I don't think you
and
really need it though.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to give Padre a K-wing with 25 loadout and see what he does with it.
Oh, he'll just put it. He won't put anything on it, but missiles and
What?
bombs. Honestly,
Heck yeah.
exactly. So the caveat for the 4 K wings though is, which again I don't know why. Yeah, so anyway, and I'm searching K and it doesn't pull up K wings. I have to like refresh it in order for K wings to show up. It's really weird. I don't know. Look into that. You can take 4 K wings and still have enough points left over for a little Z95 buddy.
That sounds like a scary list. Somebody
Yeah.
call Padre.
And then you take the barrage rockets. Where are they? Barrage rockets on every single one of them, which leaves you 4 points on each ship. So you can take a bomblet generator, which isn't the worst, and then throw delayed fuses if you want to. I don't know where's advanced slam.
Hey, how come on Yasby
Is
on
3 points.
XWA it's not letting me see K-wing under Rebel?
See, that's what so if
Oh, I
you
just found it. I just refreshed it and now
yeah,
it's
that's what
there.
I have to do too. I don't know. It's something glitchy. I think it's they're still working out the bugs in it. I'm not sure.
Oh, now that other Dash Rendar is here too, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Probably. That makes more sense now. Oh my god. Yeah, there they all are.
Oh yeah, he
Okay.
just
So this is this
what
one.
does the Outrider title do?
So this is now where that's this one. Okay. So this one is at 19 and 20, not 20 and 20. And I
I
probably read
want
the
to
document wrong. So
I want to see that K-wing list.
the one that can't take the title is 20 points, but uh has his original ability. While you move, you ignore obstacles. That is why he doesn't get the title and why he's still worth 20 points with 20 loadout. So they brought him back. They have the original Dash Rendar again.
Dang, he's back, boys.
He's back. Meat's back on the menu. Yeah. Um, they also have epic ships in here if you're interested. They just have kind of a generic cost. I don't know if they've flushed these out yet. So 36 for the Alderaanian Guard. E-Wings. They, I don't know yet. They are very costly. They're between 12 and 15 points. They do have a good amount of loadout, but I mean, if you're thinking about taking a proton, like the Rogue Escort, I think looks better than Corn Horn.
Yeah,
It's got
only the Rogue and Gavin can take proton torpedoes, which, in my experience, is the reason why
oh,
you're bringing. Yeah, proton torpedoes are more than 12 points.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, you if you want to take the Rogue Squadron escort, you can take proton torpedoes, which what are those, 13 now?
Yeah, because Wedge can't take them. Rip in peace.
See, they know. Good. I'm glad Wedge can't take them.
Proton torpedoes are 14 points.
They're 14. Okay, so if you wanted to take them, you would get 3 points left over, so you could take the R4 and then maybe an elite. Um, but I like that. If you really want to take a torp boat, you can take a torp E-wing. Try your best. You may, and that's what I said in other streams. We need to bring plasma torpedoes back. We need to make them good, and I think they are. Everyone always goes
Plasma
for proton.
torpedoes are 7 points, so
There we
any of
go.
these E-wings could carry plasma torps.
Exactly, and be a wrecking crew. Oh man. So, yep, Gazanti fighter, uh, the Mandalorian Resistance pilot. Huh? Oh yeah, the little wait, is that the little guy? Is that thing 15 points? Again,
So
been
that's
on.
the Gauntlet fighter. That's
Oh, that's just the
that's
next
the
page. I'm an idiot.
yeah. No, you're not an idiot. Hey, don't talk that way about my friend Patrick. I'll fight you.
Oh no, I'm just so freaking tired.
It's
Uh
all right.
you,
We've been at it for almost an hour, so we could.
I know. So, and this is we're not at Scum. I don't know if we'll make it to Scum.
You
You
want to
will
skip
see.
Empire and go to Scum?
Well, I was gonna say that you might see ships that have the ability to take the title, and the same ship like the Rebel Scout can't.
Oh yeah,
If
because it's the generic guy, and versus these are the name characters who flew on that ship, right?
Yeah, so that's the one thing that Chuck's not gonna like. If you look up Torco Mux, he cannot take the.
Oh, you can. Oh wait, can Scum only Paylob
And
and Dace
Dace.
Bonearm can
That's
take?
it.
Oh no,
Torco
Mux
Mux
can't take the.
cannot take the title.
Oh no, Mux,
So Chuck is still
no,
not gonna play this game. That's okay.
no, man.
I know.
Oh man, only Dengar and Manaru can take the Punishing One title. My Tel Trevera dreams are gone.
Well, that also the stupid contracted scout can't take it, which would have saved a lot of headaches, but it
Also,
is what it is.
oh, Asajj can't take the Shadowcaster title. Get wrecked, Asajj. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Again, for the sake of thematics. But then I guess how do they manage things like the like if we're going down to the fire spray, my favorite ship,
Which one, the
um,
scum or
the
the?
Scum fire spray. Like, is it limited for like who can fly Rip Crassus Trellix, you can't take any titles on your thing. Sad face for Crassus.
So,
Um,
Boba
like
Fett,
so, yeah,
Iman,
yep,
Hondo,
love
and
it.
Keth or
Wait,
Keth.
Hondo is exists as a
Yeah.
what does Hondo do as a pilot?
He, I believe, has a funny
Oh, he just has
title.
his crew ability. Okay,
Yeah, to where he
no, he
can.
doesn't. Wait, no, he doesn't. Hold on.
See, now you're gonna make me look it up because I was about to agree with you or disagree with you, but then you convinced me. His is, yeah, choose two non-huge ships at range 0 to 3 of that are not friendly to each other. Each chosen ship may perform an action that is on your action bar, even while stressed, in the order of your choice, then gain a calculate.
Oh, cool. Okay, I might grab him for. Do I get to choose the action they take?
So each chosen ship may perform an action that is on your action bar, so they get to choose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
choose one of
that's
your
very
ships,
fun,
one
but
of
I
your
don't.
enemy ships, and then you gain a calculate as well.
That's fun, but I don't see why I would give my enemy access to a reinforce or a boost
Right,
or a
but
target
you
lock
pick a ship
or a
that's not doing
focus.
anything that turn. It's like, oh, you're facing the complete wrong direction. Yeah, sure. Take a reinforce or something to that
Yes.
effect.
I was thinking in the context of our Plotak game. I'm like, ooh, I'm pretty sure I have access to Hondo's thing as the organizer. So I was like, oh, that could be fun.
Oh,
and
that would be an
thematic.
excellent upgrade or ability for you.
That would be very fun, and I could combo that into a coordinate.
Exactly.
Oh boy. Uh,
I was even looking at the G1A Starfighter. There's enough points in there to actually outload them pretty well because Scum upgrades are really cheap, most of them, anyways.
yep.
Um, yeah, so we already skipped freaking, but we've already been talking about Empire. So yeah, Decimator, I'm really gonna have to bring back to my rack list because for 27 points you can fit everything on there. He
Yeah.
costs 19 but has 27 loadout as he should. Oh my god. Um, yeah, even the TIE strikers have crazy amounts of loadout. So you'd be able to fit bombs, modifications, even a crew slot or a gunner slot, which I mean, of course, the first thing that pops to my mind is Fifth Brother. Um, yeah, bombers. Everyone's really excited about bombers because they can take fucking bombs,
We
missiles, and
like
torps.
that.
Yeah, because it's a tie bomber. You get one bomb. It's a tie bomber. I don't know. Do you know what a bomber is? So yeah, you can take two bombs on them. There's a missile, a torp slot. Um, so and they're going to have good amounts of loadout. Of course, you're going to see a lot of zeros because there are so many freaking standard loadouts. But
Yeah.
even the Gamma Ace has 16 loadout. So go have fun, go nuts. Can't barrage rockets, but you can
Good.
still go nuts. Yeah.
Goodness. Even the Resistance Bomber has a lot of bomb slots on it and a lot of gunner slots on it. I'm still not gonna take it.
No, so uh, Owen at our local store was taking the Resistance bomber, and it was doing okay. I mean, it wasn't crushing us, but it was one heck of a ship to have to take down. And it could punish you in most cases. But yeah, look at that. 19, 22, 23 loadout, 28 loadout, 27. So like I used to take the Star Fortress, but then stopped because it didn't have you couldn't put enough into it to make it worthwhile.
Well, now I think you can.
Yeah, no, I got tons of spots for bombs, some crew because Resistance has great crew upgrades to let like when you shoot at me, I can target lock you, or even um, I think it's either Rose or Pico to where you can spend a blank to target lock onto somebody, but then you can take a gunner to double tap so that you can actually uh, really gain an offensive advantage. Plus, most of these have bomb abilities, so that you can try and fit trajectory simulator
Hmm.
and start throwing bombs out the front like this thing was intended to do.
Tragedy Simulator.
Exactly. Now, is it going to be the end all be all? God, no. But at least this freaking thing can throw bombs out the front again. It'll
I still
cost you
feel
all
like
the points.
I still feel like that should have been its chassis ability. I don't like having that thing out in the world.
Oh
Uh,
my God. I mean, imagine
but
trying to fit three of those in a list, and all it does is just throw bombs out the front.
I feel like I've played against that. I don't need to imagine it, and I didn't like playing against it.
I didn't like it then. I don't like it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what is it? Trajectory sim. So you can take Finch, throw a trajectory simulator on there. You throw out
God,
some
he has so many
concussion
loadout
bombs.
points.
Yeah, you throw out some concussions because why the hell wouldn't you? And you still have
Because
another 13 points to go crazy.
why wouldn't I? Because I'm a man of decency
And
and
also
honor.
you can reload, so and also you can put another set of bombs on there, so you can just be launching one like proton bombs. And there you go. You take a delayed fuse. So you take your bomb, you throw it out the front, put a delayed fuse on it. Then you zero stop. Next turn, you throw another bomb out the front. And then you try to not hit yourself with both bombs. Or you zero stop again because you can take a pilot that lets you zero stop. Oh my
Boy,
god. but
I
it's
mean,
gonna is it gonna destroy people? Is it gonna win a tournament? Maybe, not likely, but it's fun. God damn it!
it is nice that it's the Wild West again. It's the list building is wide open. It's nice to be back in the you can build anything and see if it works part of X-Wing again. I've missed this part of X-Wing, you know?
Oh my god! Because when it was second edition from FFG, I was like, okay, list building. It's a very hard. How I want to say manipulation because you're trying to make the best of what you got. There was still to where you could not load out your list to try and points fortress. So, if the list was 200, you could make it 175 if you really wanted to. So there was bidding. Then that was pretty crazy. But there was so many different combinations you could try and make something out of it. Then it kind of started to get to that, um, uh, oh, power boost. What's that called? Power creep? Yeah,
Oh
power
yeah.
creep. They got way too close to power creep. So then, of course, that just poked what you should or shouldn't take if you were thinking about being competitive. Then AMG took over. They did the 20-point system, and it was just like, no, you get like four choices. And even when you take the four choices, those choices don't have much options on them itself. And people were just so pissed because I have all these cards and I can't do a goddamn thing with them because they're not accessible anymore. And this is, I think, for the first time in 6 years that I now can go through cards that I haven't pulled out in forever and actually consider putting like Trajectory Simulator. Um, we're bringing it back. Basically, it's like I finally feel like I can take cards that I didn't get to take for
Yeah,
6 years.
which is very liberating, but I'm also like, what do I take? Because I'm so used to just being like, oh, the same like 5, 10 pilots.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, what do I do now?
Yeah, what do you do? Are you going to go back to which we can talk about? I'm very happy to talk about 5 A-wings again.
Well, I mean, I love my 5A wings, and the fact that I can put Tally, ZZ, Greer, Zari, and Ronith into a list again, and everybody has heroic and optics makes me happy. But then I saw that I could do Gavin Darklighter. And Gavin with fire control, R4 astromech, and proton torpedoes is his 18 loadout points. So I need to find 35 other points that work well in Rebels, and I used to run him with Lando. Uh this is already off to a bad start.
Well, here's another point that I immediately thought of you when they announced this, and I got to look at some of the stuff. It's like you can take 5 A-wings, you can kit them out with almost everything, which is basically advanced optics, your heroic, and even on some of them, you can take a missile or some other elites and so on. And it's like, I have no idea if that will be good because what really saved you when we were playing scenarios was I couldn't score half points, and most of the objectives were how you were scoring and winning. So now that
Yeah.
that's taken away, I have no idea how well you're going to do.
Yeah, and that also scares me, but I could also go with something chonkier, and I could do something a bit scarier. Like I could do, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at Rebel pilots. Uh, I could look at Rebel pilots. I could look at Rebel Sabine, and I could do like a weird Gavin Lando 2 A-Wings thing. I could also not do that. Like there's things I can do. Part of me is like look at Scum, but I'm also like I've just between moving, I'm like I don't know where all my like X-Wing like cardboard is, so I'm like maybe we just play online for a little bit. But
See, is that the crazy part? Now you're thinking about digging out cardboard you haven't even thought of.
in
So God, since
years, yeah.
1.0, like how
Yeah, 1.0,
crazy is
2.0.
that?
Yeah, I'm like, oh man. Or, hold on. I could do
Yeah,
One archetype I really liked back in the day before like everything sort of went. I liked doing a gauntlet with a bunch of droids. That was pretty fun.
yeah. I
I
again,
liked the Republic. I was always bad at flying a Republic.
well, now for this tournament, as long as I think I have my
Yeah,
list
what
right that I
what are
submitted
you
up,
doing? Yeah.
I'm taking my original Han list that I took to that tournament in, was it in Mass or Vermont that you and I went to with Dan?
Oh, are you talking about the one? Was that the one that was at Gardner Games before they closed?
Yes. So I'm
Oh, that
taking,
one. That was a fun. Oh, yeah, that was the Han list, right?
yes, I'm taking Han. I've kitted him out because they gave him tons of room for upgrades. I'm taking Elo Asti and a T-70, just loaded up with BB-8 overdrive thrusters, Ferrosphere, heroic. I'm taking Taliesin with Predator, heroic fire control, which I don't think I'm going to take a target lock, but hell, I can, and advanced
Yeah, I mean you've
optics.
got the thing, right?
And I'm taking the Resistance Transport Pod with heroic Ferrosphere paint, which I couldn't fit on there before, and C3PO because she has 14 points. And that way, she's just going to be coordinating the Han, giving him as many actions as she can give because he has the PZ4C0, because that combination still works with C3PO. And then if all of a sudden, which everyone did, first they'd go after Han, they couldn't touch Han, then they'd go after Rose, and Rose's ability is if someone else is in, or if one of my ships are in the attack arc while she defends, she gets to re-roll up to one of the results, plus heroic and plus Ferrosphere Pate. And also a C3PO when she coordinates, she gets a calculate. So it's basically, yes, you can try to take out Rose, but she will not make it easy. And then that's when Elo and Tally come up behind you and just start popping shots. And I could not even take Ella or Tally when I originally designed this list. I would think I took like generics with BB-8. Now I have two I5s, an I6, and an I3. So that's what I'm bringing.
Uh,
It's not going to win. If it does, huzzah to me.
I hope you win.
I know. I don't think I'm going to win. But the fact that I can bust that list out again without even trying because of how easy this list building is, I'm so excited.
I think that's awesome, and I wish you luck in that tournament. And like I hope. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm honestly, I'm just happy that it's getting so many people.
Oh
Because I was
yeah.
like,
So there is another gentleman. Oh God, and I'm gonna actually start gathering this information up. But like Richard Golart, he's out of Massachusetts as well. He runs a monthly tournament at his business, which I've got yelled at by him because I couldn't. I went to this tournament coming up before I went to one of his. Um, and he's like, I'm like, I'm sorry, days off are very rare on a weekend for me. Most tournaments are on a Saturday. This one I could go to because we didn't have some sort of sporting event that I had to be at. So I definitely will go to Richards as well. Hell, like I would love to play, but I'd also love to stream his event. And I would love to stream the event that I'm going to this weekend. I don't think I can. What? Not that I can't. I don't think I want to. I mean, I want to, but I can't. It's just
well, streaming and playing is kind of a rough combo, right?
it's a mess. Like I could set up a camera and record, which would be amazing. Um, but I don't know if anyone would be interested in that. I hope they're recording it. If they need a platform to put it on, I will gladly donate my channel for to upload it or even stream to. But yeah, slowly we're gonna build things back up in the New England area, and the tournament that we're going to, which I did post in the chat there, is at the Squablin Goblin in Massachusetts, and then I'll start promoting other tournaments that are in the area as well when we do videos like this.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah, yeah. Not that, I don't have. I would love to do first order, but I don't have time for first order.
Ooh, first order.
Ah, that's not true.
Boo
You know what I
them.
have time for? I have time for no. Okay, Null doesn't have a elite
No, you
talent
don't have
slot.
time for no. No, don't look at them. They're
I don't
evil.
care about elite talent slot, and I'm glad they didn't give that to him. But I will look at the Upsilon because I'd love to see this thing on the table more often. It has a good cost. It's anywhere from 17 to, or no, sorry, 15 to 18, and the loadouts are through the roof. Like you're looking at north, like 17, 25, 19, 22. Like, and it is again, that's a huge chunkier list. That's almost what more than 30%. I need to start doing math. Hold on. 18 divided by 50. Huh, that's 36% of your list.
Well, I built a list. I don't know
Oh,
how good my list is, but it is a
what's your list?
list.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
All right, I've got Poe Dameron in a T-70 X-Wing.
Okay.
He's got heroic marksmanship, R4 astromech, ferrosphere paint, integrated S-foils, black one, and proton torpedoes. I have
Holy Christ.
I
What
have
morale does
ZZ
he have?
24. I have ZZ Tlo in her RZ2 X-Wing A-Wing with heroic proton rockets and advanced optics.
Oh, now that's a ship.
and I have and I have Ray in her scavenged YT 1300 with Rose Tico, Finn Gunner, engine upgraded, and Ray's Millennium Falcon.
Jesus. Please tell
And
me
that's
that's your whole
48
list.
points. That's 48 points.
See, I don't think that list is good, but hell, it's going to be a lot of fun to play.
I mean, it's got firepower. It's got a proton rocket, a proton torpedo, and
Yeah.
Ray.
And is that the double action Poe? But I think they're all
Yeah, that's
double
push the
action.
limit, Poe.
Yeah, so you're just basically you're going to proton torpedo something. Ray's
Yeah,
going to hit something, and then freaking
and then
CC's
ZZ,
is going to shoot and then reload the focus or take an evade.
and then and yeah, and it's all at I5 and I6. Yeah, I
Oh
don't
my
know how
God.
good it is,
You know what?
but
I'll play. I'll
it's
dabble.
it's there. I kind of also want to try to build like a Rebel ABXY because like Rebel handholdy lists used to be really fun.
Oh my God, yeah. Like that's what's going to be great. I really hope people start bringing back like X-wings of, past that have not seen a lot of action over the many years that this game has been out. And the fact that, which is, I mean, nobody's listening this far in, but they
They
are
might,
going,
you know.
maybe on YouTube, but not here. They are going to be releasing new pilots and new ships. It's not going to happen overnight. They were also talking about like um pilot abilities. Like they already have like 100 in the works, but it's fine tuning, figuring out which ones are actually compatible with the game, which will add some flavor and stuff like that. So yeah, no, they have thousands of ideas, and my favorite part was when they said we're not listening to the home build chat in Discord. Thank God. Never listen to your community, but they are.
Wow.
Hey, I've said that for years. That is not a secret. You never listen to your community. There is
As part
the
of the community, what?
Listen, I'm not going to go into this, but you'd never listen to your community. That is the first part about having a game. You don't listen to your community. Your community has no idea what they're talking about. If you listen to your community, your game will morph into this thing that is totally unrecognizable and unplayable. That there'd be no point in even pursuing a future part of the game, which is why you never listen to the community, which they said that they are not going to do. They will, you know, they do read the chats in the Discord to get a feel for how people are enjoying the game. But when it comes to what the game should do or what changes, they're like the community doesn't know anything. And I agree with them. I got nothing else. You got anything else?
No, I'm good. I say I'm beginning to hit a bit of a wall, but thanks for having me on. This was a lot of fun talking X-Wing again.
Right.
And yeah, I'm trying now to dive into this this new world of X-wing points building. I'm like, can we make something work here with maybe some Y-wings and some X-wings and you know
Hardly hear me. Well, let me pull up my Twitch because I did a
maybe
sound
some
check. Yeah, tournament would play scum hard. Yeah, I already built a scum list. Yeah, the jump master coming on the board. The YV666. Holy crap! I'm loving that ship. They did my girl dirty though. Um, I can't take half of the things I could with her. And for good reason. You know what? I'll take the credit for Moralo and why I took that thing to Gen Con, even though I threw out my back at round two.
Oh my god, I
I did
remember
make the top.
that
Hey, I made the top tables. I made the top tables. Um,
with a thrown out back and
yeah,
everything.
yeah, because I was carrying scum, Dion's, which is so true. Nobody was taking scum. Um, yeah, the loud ones aren't representative of the whole 100% but oh, yeah. Oh, see, now everyone joins. Well, I'm gonna upload this to YouTube tomorrow so everyone can watch it and tune in because we've been going for an hour and a half already, and we've talked about everything we need to talk about. But yeah, maybe we'll try to make this a once a month thing to where we chit chat about X-wing and what we're playing and keeping up. And hopefully Joseph and I will actually be healthy because
Yeah,
I'm
that would be nice.
yeah, I know. Joseph is
Uh,
poisoned, and I have a cold already, and I had a fever yesterday, so I got that going for
Jeez.
me.
Yeah, we're just having a grand old time out here, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll do a tournament report. 100% I'll do a tournament report. I'll even take notes so that because I have horrible memories, but yeah. And then Joseph will and I will try to find time to play a game. I know Rich wants to play. I'd love to play with him as well, because he's trying to get back into the game, which just, we're all so freaking busy. Holy crap. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure to follow, click the notification bell when we go live. We will be live tomorrow for our 1 hour painting. If I have time, I think I'll start the Lambda shuttle uh, paint job that I'm doing to where I have to paint like you guys will see. I'll have art up there, but it's going to be I'm going to try so hard to make this thing look as beautiful as possible. It's going to be like Vader, like lava planet with his tower in the back, as well as Vader himself, like in the I think it's called the foreground, to where he's like up
Yeah.
close. On the other side, it's going to be Emperor Palpatine on the other side of the fin, and we'll paint it up nice. Um, and then Thursday night, Plotac.
Heck yeah.
Joseph will be here. We're going to try
Yep.
to make more money and loot more stuff. And then, holy crap, then it's Friday. And I do another hour painting stream.
Yeah.
All right.
It's, we're making our way through the week, Just got to take it one day at a time.
Absolutely. So if you guys are following now, please, jump in Thursday night when we play Plotac. You can definitely leave a comment as we play and learn the game and just have lots of fun because we do. Anything else to add?
Um, no, go out there, build some lists. Remember, Y Wings have turret gunners, and write letters to people to tell them that they should put turrets back on Rebel Y Wings.
Oh my God. You know what? Start Googling the Y-Wing schematics in Rebels and then just start posting them on our Facebook page.
Yeah, actually,
Rebel Y-Wing
that'd be
turret
really
gunners.
that would be really fun. It would be like what's that the War Thunder Reddit where they accidentally leak top secret government documents, except instead of leaking government documents, we're just leaking Rebel
Rebel
Alliance
blueprints.
documents.
Rebel blueprint documents.
Yeah,
And we get our accounts banned every week and we have to keep creating new accounts.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh
All right,
goodness.
before
All right.
Joseph and I keel over and die. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We'll see you tomorrow. And I don't even know what was our sign off. Fly what you like.
Yep, have fun.
Good night, everybody.